everyone, and welcome back to the third seasonal qualifier of the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals for 2018. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Tian Kwang Kai.
Hello, hello.
Special guest, yeah? Not playing today. Not playing in the seasonal qualifiers. That's weird. That I find like.
Did not have enough time to play the QP events, unfortunately.
Come on!
Well, the
okay
struggles of work, and GP Hong Kong was the monthly, I think.
Yeah. GP Hong Kong was correct.
Missed out on the cool playmat that the store championship. Sorry.
Yeah.
Together.
Well, I guess the playmat was kind of cool, right? Like it had the Planeswalker symbol like etched out with all the buildings on Ravnica and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very nice. I actually like the art a lot. I would have wanted to play a store championship.
Damn it. Anyway, watching a match here between Yang Zhijian, affectionately known as Atian, and Jerome Wong. Actually, Zhijian has what's his English name?
Joshua,
Joshua Yang. Okay, anyway, we will refer to him any way that we want to. Jerome here playing what looks to be like mono red.
stock mono red. Oh, it's not stock. It's a mono red goblins deck.
Goblin red deck. Cool. 4 Goblin Chain Whirlers. 4 what's this?
Crater Maker. It's the 3-drop.
Oh, it's the new one.
Yes.
Okay.
That shocks and destroys artifacts.
Yeah. Goblin Instigator, Legion War Boss, Runaway what?
Steamkin, the 2-drop.
Oh, yeah, nice
Wait.
card.
This is Payron, right? This is not Joshua?
Is that Payron?
Yeah, this is Payron, I think.
Oh, wait.
So he's on Esper control.
Oh,
so
okay.
we will not be revealing what Artian is playing.
Yeah, let me go in. Hey, the board said that it was Atian. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Payron. Let's go find Payron's deck list.
I think it's the usual suspects. Teferi, Settle, maybe not sure.
Is it Esper?
Yes, it's Esper. We are looking for the deck list right now.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so it looks like an Esper control deck. 4 Teferis, Disdainful Strokes, Vraska's Contempt. Let's see. What is this card?
Where? There is Essence Scatter.
Oh, Essence Scatter, okay. Goodness.
So it's a blue-black splashing only Teferi and
white.
Chromium.
Yeah, Chromium seems to be like a new. I won't say
It's
like
a
the
safety
replace. Yeah, it's the replacement for I suppose your finisher, which used to be Torrential Gearhawk, right? Although not as much utility as Torrential Gearhawk, but definitely very powerful. Some in the air at flash that can instantly gain hexproof can be quite bad for you.
Right, and this is the new card, Sinister Sabotage. So he surveilled a cast down into his graveyard, which is kind of strange, probably signaling he's looking for land, so he has a bunch of removal spells. Already. Oh, Teferi.
Alright, so Teferi hits
Right
the
on
battlefield.
time.
Yeah, Jerome here just left with very, very few, just two little threats on the board. And looks like he's in quite a bit of trouble here.
Do you want to know why he's in trouble? He's playing Mismatched Mountains.
Oh, that's
Can't
cute.
do it to your deck.
I was like...
Come on, man. I was looking at the mono reds at the top tables. It's Unhinged and Unglued Mountains.
Right. The...
Oh.
Right, so he disperses it back into his hand, and this does not bode well for Jerome. Here we go, flips.
Active Search. Oh, that's it. Askanta Sunken Ruin.
I hope he remembers to shuffle that card that he just put to the side back into his deck, right? Because there have been instances where, I'm going to put this card one side, right? Because especially if it's a flip card. I'm going to put this card one side and then it never goes back into the deck, and that becomes very problematic,
But I think fortunately he's using different sleeves, so he has like white Hopefully he won't.
He will,
forget. Yes,
you
yes,
realize
yes.
after shuffling a bit, it's like, hey, how come I still have a white card here? Second Legion's War Boss, that gets Essence Scatter. I think, this wraps up the game for Jerome. He's got his 1-1
Yes.
beating down on Teferi, not reducing Parent's life to 0. And here we have
An active search looking
Oh.
for Vraska's Contempt. That is all.
that is bad. This is very bad.
Does he have Siege Gang? And you might
Be
have
able
a tiny
to.
chance to come back.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Siege Gang Commander gets really, really easily countered, right? Like, it's a 2/2 that can be taken out by moment of what's that? Moment of
Yeah, but
craving
you
and
spawn the
stuff like that.
token, so hopefully if it doesn't meet a counter spell, you have a tiny chance, but it's so
Hope,
unlikely he
very
doesn't have.
hope,
I see
yeah.
an Essence Scatter in Parent's hand. Scatter,
Yes.
Swarm, Teferi, Contempt.
I think that's a new
hey,
Steam
he flashes it! Oh dear.
Steamkin, Runaway Steamkin is like one of the rare breakout cards I think we've seen Mono Red, play. But man, when you're playing against like a control deck like this, becomes very, very difficult to resolve anything. Here we go, another Vraska's Contempt. And I think the writing's on the wall. Jerome can just like scoop it up.
Oh man.
I don't think there's any way getting out of this.
Hey,
like,
so Mick, have you heard about the cool infinite combo
which one?
in Mono Red? With Steam
The Steamkin.
4 mountains, a Skirk Prospector, and a cost reducer. And Squee, Goblin, the new Squee.
Oh,
His name.
so you sacrifice, bring it back. Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
No,
so
but what do you do? Like you do that, but you need
you need something. It's so
you
so
need like
that
a
is, that's the
fourth
infinite
card, right?
Yes. You need something else that goes off with either ETBs, leave the battlefields, cast
or
some funny triggers, and some cards.
storm.
Yeah.
So
yes.
some form of
that
storm or some form of like grave storm. You need blood artist type of effects. Ouch. Chieftain gets taken out with Vraska's Contempt. That's a chieftain, right? Goblin Chief.
That's Folly Veteran, I think. 4 mana, 3/1.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Parent is just like killing everything on site, countering everyone on site.
And he's still got a group full of cards, like
Yeah.
that Search for Skanta and a Teferi on board, helping him draw 2 cards two extra cards every turn. He doesn't really care, sure. That's 1 damage. Search for Skanta.
This is the slow grind.
Cast down, gonna probably take out one of those Skirk Prospectors.
Oh, but Parent has actually no win conditions in his deck other than Teferi or Chromium. So it is really a slow grind.
Oh man, 1 Chromium and that's it.
Yep.
Well, you can't counter the Chromium, so that's good. But wow.
It looks like Jerome's gonna play. Oh, Eldest Reborn. I see.
Eldest Reborn also a very good finisher. How many does he have? Oh. Eh?
Oh,
Maybe that's not Eldest Reborn. Ritual of no.
suit. No.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, but that's also not in his sideboard, so not quite sure what card that is. Yeah, but Jerome scoops it up. Like he knows, Parent has this on lockdown. So yeah, very quick game. Jerome there with a relatively slow hand, despite being able to go first. But Parent, just laying the lands and just casting removal spell. Anything that hits the battlefield, 2, 3, 4. Just unable to get rid of that Prospector first. What?
You know the result of that game?
Wait, let me guess. Jerome won. No.
Parent has a
D-
card in the sideboard.
Right,
Yeah,
so he
so
DQ'd.
that's the Eldest Reborn.
Sorry, it's a game loss. Right, okay. Wait a minute.
Wait,
but
so
he
what
doesn't
is
have.
the current score?
What was that card?
Jerome's at 1-0. Elder Reborn.
But that's not. Oh, okay.
So that's in his sideboard.
The Eldest Reborn, okay. Alright.
So Jerome is at 1-0.
Oh, come on, people, with the handwriting.
Oh man.
I can't even read anything on this list. Okay.
Oh, so I
man,
guess,
that
you know,
sucks. Yeah, so that
Big
was
Six always play it out.
that was yeah.
Oh, awkward.
At least Pierre was honest about it.
Yeah, okay. That's
Call a judge, folks.
so I'm like, yeah. Unfortunately, that's under scrutiny of many people, I suppose. And well, you gotta call it.
Regardless.
Yeah, you gotta call it out for yourself, right? So yeah, Jerome, that takes the first game by, I suppose, by chance.
By default.
By default. But parents gonna bring in quite a few, a few more quite powerful cards. Ritual of Suit would be awesome, amazing. What else would there be?
Yes,
Saddle Wreckage would be good.
settle.
And Lyra is one of the. Once he lands a Lyra, I think Jerome will be hard pressed to be able to get rid of
Jerome
the
has
Lyra.
4 Fight with Fires and a bunch of volley veterans in the main deck. He might not side these out. So it really depends on how Jerome is going to sideboard and line up his cards against parents. Parents, main board is already configured to kill everything.
Right.
So
So it's pretty much good to go. But yeah, I mean, like parent, he doesn't have to change much. The thing about it is whether Jerome thinks that parent might be bringing. Well, he does. It's brand new standard, right? You don't know what's in everybody's sideboard.
precisely.
So you may not know that maybe your opponent's going to bring in like something like a Lyra or some, Knight of even things like Knight of is it Malice? Knight of Malice and
Right,
Knight
the 2
of
drops.
this thing, yeah. Those 2 drops can be quite annoying for the creature based deck like Jerome's to deal with. Not very useful against all those like mono red decks with like a lot of burns and stuff. So
Well, luckily enough, he's not gonna. So typically, a mono red deck would side out your burn spells against a control deck,
Mhm.
but his removal, him being Jerome, is all incidental anyway. So he
Right,
has the
so-
Creator Maker, the Fight with Fires, and Volley Veterans.
they're
So
all
he
still
leaves
goblins
in
anyway.
Some
So yeah.
number of those cards, he should be able
Mm.
to deal with the creatures if Parent brings them in.
Okay. Cool.
Mm,
All right.
Unfortunately, Parent with the game lost is gonna have an uphill battle now.
Yeah, especially with now he gets to be on the play, so not so bad, right? But when Jerome gets to be on the play, and like if he has an above average draw, above average hand, this matchup I think tends to favor the
Red deck.
red deck,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then Parent does have a pretty difficult job ahead of him. So yeah, let's see how this turns out.
It's probably like attack you for 10 and Banefire. Oh man.
I want to see somebody just go like, what's that card? Thousand year
Year
storm.
Storm.
1,000 year storm, and then after that like Banefire you for like a bajillion and create like 3 copies of like Banefire.
Alright guys, so this is where we go. 4 mountains, Skirk Prospector, Goblin War Chief.
Not the best hand. Yeah, it looks like he's going to mulligan it.
Parent looks happy with his hand.
Yeah, too many lands. Jerome's deck operates best with 3 lands. He wants to go up to something like Legion War Boss and just hold it there. Of course, getting up to 5 lands will give him access to something like Siege Gang Commander.
And if he floods, he has Insurance with Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah.
The other new
That's,
breakout card of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. It's not a fall off.
Right.
It's not a fall off, but it's definitely something that you want like 1 or 2 copies, especially if you're playing the red deck. So then you can play like cards off the top of your library, and by the time like it becomes irrelevant, because every turn you still draw. It's not like you're not drawing. You're just
Yeah.
not playing cards from your hand. And then you just like end step. I'm going to destroy my thing, and now I have 7 cards, and you're going to die.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, get your hands on them copies at this here Grey Owner Games. Alright.
And we don't use the stream to sell cards,
Oh
man.
no. Well,
We do promote like
well, I am not in any way affiliated with the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, did Jerome scry?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh.
Yeah, but this might be a tough match for Jerome because like turn 1, if you don't have that 1 drop, 2 drop, might be a bit tough.
But he has a Steam Kin to face off against this Surge, but Surge will be an uphill battle also for Jerome.
Mm-hmm. Because that is going to, it's just going to draw Parent so many more cards. And Parent here can be pretty, pretty conservative with his removal right now. Steam King goes in for 2, but that's just 2. Next turn, once a land. Oh, he already has a land in hand. Okay.
Oh, Parent with the sweet old Ravnica RTR art with the Syncopate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is. It was from Ravnica, right?
Yes.
Syncopate. Okay.
When else was it printed? Do you remember?
Old. Like ye old times. Definitely before all this like Ravnica stuff.
And the second Chain Whirler
Odyssey.
resolves. Wow, Odyssey.
Is it Odyssey? The Mirari ball
I saw somebody else
Odyssey,
using a
yeah.
jet version of this.
for Odyssey. Old school, man. Oh, and the quote is from Ambassador Laquatus. Hell, where did that guy go? I'm like,
No idea. I am not a
it's
law
like-
person.
No, you're not a law person.
No, I'm a
Okay.
flavor text person.
long time ago. All right.
Parent is happily taking damage down to 16. Still very, very healthy. What is that, an invoke? What does he think Jerome
Invoke
will
the
be bringing
divine.
in?
Does he really think that
Is it
Jerome's gonna
actually
bring in
invoke?
Jerome really gonna bring in the experimental frenzy?
I guess you have to. Bring it in.
Okay, so Parent is kind of studied already.
And failing which, if you really need the life, you can always destroy something of your own.
Oh yeah.
Your
Okay,
backup
your
copy
search
of
of it,
Search.
yeah. So he's gonna just sacrifice his prospector,
Prospector for
so that
mana.
Parent doesn't gain the life.
Parent is so far ahead that he can afford to put moment of craving. Moments
of craving in the
his
graveyard. Yeah, down to 13, not an issue. Parent, you don't see the sweat on Parent's face. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna gain it back. Experimental frenzy here.
So Parent thinking about the counter, use the invoke, and probably he'll use his invoke. Almost was too quick to pull the trigger, but yes, now back up to 17, and Parent is pulling way
Oh,
ahead. He's gonna fill his
goodness.
search next turn, and we will probably see a repeat of what was going on the previous
The
game.
first game, yeah. Okay, so Parent's deck looks like it is very, very well tuned to deal with all these like aggro creature decks. And just passes the turn, yeah. I'm just gonna activate my search for Ascanta and then just gain so much value off that.
He's arranging his lands to optimize his tapping for search. Looking to the end of the game. What's going on? And Parent explaining that the experimental frenzy is not in play. I think I see another one in Jerome 10. Can you see it?
What is Jerome considering? I think you attack first. Think about. Oh, there's a Siege Gang Commander. Let's see. But that might be easily countered with a Syncopate or that new. What's the new counter spell? 3 mana?
Sinister Sabotage,
Sinister Sabotage. Yeah.
The new version of Dissolve, if
Right.
you can call it that. But you do have to jam. Like, you have to jam when your opponent's active search. Otherwise, you just start falling further and further behind.
Alright. Search for Ascanta gets a cast down. The rest goes to the bottom. Parent here. Healthy hand size, healthy life total. Jerome just left with 1 creature on the battlefield. He knows that it's not long for this world.
But he may not scoop again because
Yeah,
never
he
scoop,
might,
never
yeah.
surrender.
Maybe my opponent has like some sideboard cards in. Wait, they're supposed to have sideboard cards in the game. Like Parent just looks at Jerome's deck, right? It's like
Maybe he'll have
I've-
left his commander inside somehow. Oh, Steamkin goes okay.
or like that, that search for Ascanta that was put off to the right hand side, the bottom of the screen.
Oh, Syncopate. Syncopate is actually not great against this mono red deck, I think.
Yeah, I think if you're worried about the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have Vraska's Contempt, right?
Yeah, but you still have to play it. It's just not great because there are so many like incidental
drops,
ways
yeah.
to get mana, extra mana. So the Skirk Prospector,
right.
the Steamkin.
I think those are it's easy for you to get additional mana. You're right.
Oh,
Okay, speaking of which,
Parent trying to figure out how best to line up his cards against this Rekindling Phoenix, which is never going to see the light of the battlefield.
oh no. Okay,
X is
so
1,
there we
X
go.
is 2.
Syncopate.
X is 2.
But Jerome here gets to swing in for 2 points of damage right
And
now.
if he has a shock, he's going to kill the Teferi. And he's trying to figure out if Parent has any interaction at 1 mana. But he doesn't have shock in his deck, right?
No, I don't
Nope.
think so. Does he have it in the sideboard?
Nope.
No. Yeah, he has 3
But
in the
you
sideboard.
wouldn't bot in shock, I think.
Against a control deck, yeah.
Typically. Oh, that is so strange to have shock on your sideboard. I guess for the mono red matchup.
Mm.
But
Oh,
wouldn't
wow,
you rather
Lyra
play like Shivering Fire?
Dawnbringer.
Oh. Will it meet the fight with fire? Does Jerome have one in his hand that he's been sandbagging for the whole game? So Jerome is carefully shielding his cards from us on coverage. Can't really see what's in his hand. So Mick, are we on Twitch?
Yeah, we're on Twitch
Oh.
somewhere. Twitch.tv/GrillGames.
There's
Uh,
no chat.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I'm curious. Like, there's nobody chatting in the chat room, despite the number of viewers that we have. But like, I think everybody else is watching the SCG Open.
SCG is going on now?
Yeah, at this point in time, like it's 4 o'clock, which no, it's in America, right?
Yeah.
It will start only at about
11
8
PM? 8?
Are they on the West Coast?
I
I think they're on the.
saw them last night, but I don't remember what time they started. I don't know where they are.
Anyway, we'll be at night.
Okay.
Everybody else is sleeping. Everybody in the States is sleeping out. Most of the viewers who tune in, they're from like Europe and States.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of guys. We don't have a lot of like Southeast Asia people.
Well, I guess all the
who watch
Singaporeans
show.
will be here, right? Oh, Vance's Blasting Cannon meets
What?
another Sinister Sabotage.
Vance's blasting cannon. That is cool. And Jerome just wraps it up. So now the score is like 1-1. Jerome gets another go at going first this time. Vance's blasting cannon. What?
So how is Jerome actually going to win? Like, he just has to cast a lot of sticky threats that Piran can't deal with, right? Because
Yeah.
like even if he goes 1-drops, the 1-drops are not very impactful. He probably even bought Skirk Prospector.
And
assume.
I don't feel like even if he goes like one drop and just like goes at it,
He might
it's-
run into Ritual Suit.
yeah, number one ritual suit,
Oh
and
God.
like your opponent's playing white, right? So Saddle Wreckage might be an issue, and you've got to try to play around that, and it's pretty difficult when your guys are like 1-1, 1-1 and 2-2s, trying to get in as much damage as possible. You gotta swing in with like the entire gang just to get in significant damage.
The entire Siege Gang.
But yeah, Siege Gang Commander does get around it somewhat, but not a great option. Legion Warboss probably, it looks to be.
I don't know how he's gonna stick a Legion Warboss, but if he can, will
that's
go a
probably
long
the
way.
thing that wins him the game,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
one of the very few things that wins Jerome the game, because once he starts going wide, then the parent won't be able to deal with so many of Jerome's threats so easily. Obviously, he's going to bring in Ritual of Suit. He's going to bring in Saddle Wreckage. But yeah, we'll see. First, you got to draw the card. Then you got to have the mana to cast it. So maybe.
I think
Jerome's
Parent
got a
just needs to
chance.
not draw his search. If Parent doesn't draw search, Jerome has a much higher chance of winning the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Slamming that turn 2 search is a very high win percentage for this blue black deck.
Yeah, and now no more, we don't have Fatal Push anymore. So like turn 1, you don't have removal anymore, which can be quite difficult. Parent here going to take a mulligan, but I think that's okay. Jerome going to keep his hand.
Sign of confidence. Can't wait to start the game.
Yeah, Fatal Push. Not having Fatal Push in the format kind of slows things down, which is great. I think control is still very good. You've still got Cast Down. You've got the new price of
The 4 mana that costs 2 less,
2 less, yeah,
to
if
target
it's
a
a
legendary.
what is it called?
Sorry, I
Price-
keep thinking
price
price of
something.
progress, but
I know it's like
price of darkness, maybe. Just trying.
price of fame.
Price of fame. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I was expecting to see more of this card so far, but so far haven't seen too much of it. Price of Fame can be quite powerful if there's a lot of like 2 drops. So I think very good against the green white token deck. But
They have to be legendary, of course. So
yeah, they have to be
no
legendary.
Karizev. I think it's not a great choice for week 1. Maybe week 3 we'll
Mm.
see more of this card. So there was a lot of hype with Doom Whisperer before this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Doom
you-
Whisperer is.
But we haven't seen it here today, right? Oh wow, this is some whiteboard. But yes, that's a Ritual of Suit, and
And there goes everything.
Oh, dear.
Ow. So yeah, that's.
painful for all you Goblins players out there.
And he gets to Surveil, right? Ritual of Suit.
Really?
-1, and then
It's
Surveil one.
-3. No, sorry, it's destroy all creatures with CMC 3 or less.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of another card. The one all creatures get -1, and after that you surveil one. So yeah, destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. This of course harkens back to what's that card from
Languish.
Not Languish. The 5 mana one, Consume the Meek. That's the one. 5 mana, instant speed, does the exact same thing. But of course, for 1 mana more, it's instant speed. This still a very good card, still a very powerful card.
Oh, this is so strange. Parent chose not to minus the Teferi on the Experimental Frenzy. So presumably he's got some way to deal with it, or he thinks he can deal with it when it's on the board.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, like Jerome has to go like off the top of his deck, right? Stringer, runner. And the fact that he has so many cards in hand makes it very weird that he plays the frenzy, the experimental frenzy, so quickly.
So maybe
So
he was
early
playing
on
as
in
a
the game.
bait, and then Parent,
It's like
play around it.
sure,
somehow.
whatever.
I guess that's a possibility. Also, it might be a siege gang on top of his deck. It can't be a land because he didn't play the land. It doesn't have burn spells, so
Ouch.
the worst case would be if it's fight with fire. We'll see what
Oh,
Jerome
no,
draws, I suppose.
no. Which means that he has to like destroy. Wow.
Oh,
So he
wow,
cast it
that's
just
like
to
8.
destroy
Oh,
it.
wow.
Oh.
8 mana to do nothing.
That is painful.
Bluff got caught.
Yeah, so it was a fight with fire, I think, on top of his deck.
Yeah.
And
get
syncopated does
and
get rid of the fight with fire.
that's it. I don't think Jerome can come back from this Lyra, because the Lyra is going to attack twice unless Jerome finds another burn spell. Specifically fight.
Yeah. It has to be fight with fire, right? I don't think.
Yeah,
that's-
I think I see another I see another counter spell in Parent's hand, and the Teferi is up to 7 mana, 7 loyalty, excuse me. So, ouch, 27 to 15. This game is going to be over very soon.
Mhm. Wow, even discards the Teferi as like for the
Chemister's
Chemister's
Insight.
yeah.
So, what do you think of the new Jumpstart cards?
Cool.
Hmm.
Very, very cool. I like Chemister's Insight a lot. I like the 3 mana, the red blue card, 3 mana, deal damage to a creature equal to the number of beacon bolt.
Beacon Bolt. Oh,
It's sorcery speed though, but man, I like this card because it works with all your other jumpstart cards.
because it counts the cards in exile.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's so overdeveloped, I think, and sorcery speed is
Sorcery speed is kind of a letdown.
meh.
I
I like the 2 damage to any target, but
direct current.
yes, direct.
Sorcery
Again,
sorcery
sorcery
speed
speed.
is
By an
tough.
aggressive deck instead of a control deck.
Mm.
Yes, but I got scolded by the mono red master himself, Eugene Wong, for
Whoa.
even
Wait, I thought the
trying to
mono
present the possibility that this is playable.
Yeah, I thought the mono red master was like Felix. Felix
Felix
now.
is taking a short break for Magic, I think.
So he has relinquished the
He has
title.
announced his retirement for the second time. Oh,
I'm
yes.
sure.
Felix would probably scold me as well if I
Think
told
he
him, direct current is playable. Hey, but Reed Duke said it's playable. Okay, guys. So
Like, I think direct current belongs in a certain type of deck, right? Direct current belongs in those, like, really, I want to say janky.
I
But
think it's
those
just
like
because
those
you
machine
want
gun
like
decks.
the 9th or 10th burn spell in the deck. That's when I would put it in. I would definitely not put it in over lightning strike or shock.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Like over those cards, no?
Correct. So it's marginally playable, not like the next
Unbelievable.
big thing.
I like this card.
Oh
like
man, this
Electrostatic
Lyra is
Flavor.
just going to town. It's just
Uh.
hit him for 3 times, and Jerome's still not scooping. So, never concede, never give up, never surrender. X is 5. There's a comeback in sight.
Rain Fire.
Can't be countered. All right.
Wow. Okay. All right. Still
Way
hanging in
behind.
there.
Is that replacement
That's a
Lyra?
second Lyra.
Oh my god, it must be so painful to
Jerome
be Jerome
had-
right now. He doesn't even pick up his Teferi first. He's telling you, I had this in my
Yeah.
hand.
Not even gonna draw, bro.
Oh man.
He needs to go like land second Bane Fire.
That
And there's the handshake and Perrin. Despite the game one
Misstep.
game loss.
3 games in a row. Maybe we were wrong about the red deck being,
Favorite.
favorite.
Right? Yeah. Alright. Congrats to Perrin. I think this is the win and in. We have one more round. I think round 5.
I should be 6 rounds, right?
6 rounds today.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
There should
Yeah,
be more
we'll
than
go and
32
check, yeah.
people. So Perrin is 3-0.
Yeah.
Jerome is 3-0 as well.
Jerome is they were 3-0. Now Jerome goes to 3-1. And Perrin is in the winners bracket.
All right.
And,
Good luck to
making it
them
the top
then.
8. Yeah. Right, we'll be back in about 20 minutes time, so don't go away. Remember, you can join us on the stream every Wednesdays 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/GreatOgreGames, youtube.com/GreatOgreGames if you want to watch replays, and check us up on the web, greatogregames.com. Find out more about the invitationals and how to participate, because it's not too late. Seasonal qualifiers Season 4 is just beginning. And we'll see you guys in about 20 minutes time. So, see ya.